hi, welcome back to my channel, welcome back. I feel like I look really tired, so I'm going to put these on. Yep, that's happening. So today I'm going to be reviewing episode 4 of Haikyuu season 3. So much hype! Guys, Friday is my favorite day of the week because Haikyuu comes out. But anyways, this episode was like, the thing about this episode, it was like a couple points. It literally spanned six-ish points, but it wasn't even a full set. But at the same time, it didn't even feel like they were drawing out the episode at all, or they were trying to stall or anything. Like, it just felt like so intense throughout the episode, you didn't even realize that they're not even going through a whole set. They're literally just like finishing off that one set. And they finished it off in a real good way, and it was just like, yes! But oh man, guys, so this set, well, the last set, it finished with them being like tied, I think, with Karasuno and Shiratorizawa, and you're like, oh my gosh, if Karasuno doesn't get this set, then it's gonna mean they have, well, it's just gonna be a lot harder, and it's gonna be a little discouraging. So it was like really important that they got this set, and there's just so many great moments within this episode of just like seeing the different sides struggling. It's not like we're only seeing Karasuno struggle, but we're also seeing Shiratorizawa struggle, and like that's really cool in itself because like they are a powerhouse team, but it's awesome because we get to see that Karasuno is putting up a fight, and obviously they are giving Shiratorizawa a hard time, so it's like it kind of flip-flops between the two teams throughout the episode. You see that it is hard to score 2 points in a row for these two teams because it is like such powerhouse teams going against each other, and it's just it just makes the ending that much more incredible. And I'm just gonna go straight to it because that's what I want to talk about, and like that's the main thing that we're gonna talk about, and it's the fact that Suki is a boss, and I love him so much. And I also just love him and Yamaguchi's relationship because it's literally the cutest thing ever. Yamaguchi is always like looking out for Suki, and he's always like, he knows Suki so well. It's so cute. But anyways, let's just talk about the ending because that's what I want to talk about. So throughout the episode, we see that Suki is watching their setter. I think he's really been looking at him closely and like studying him, you know, and that's the kind of person Suki is. And I love this episode, and I loved it last episode, and I just love how we're getting to see Suki just like evolve into like this like powerhouse volleyball player, and like, oh man. We also see that Ushijima at one point kind of like snaps a little, not necessarily snaps, but he's like, okay, this is enough, like I want to end this now. And you see that he does try to finish it, but oh no, Suki's not going to let that happen. So it gets to a point where the angry guy from Shiratorizawa gets a little too flustered, and he sets a ball to Ushijima, but it's like too low, too close to net. Not the best setup possible, and Suki had been waiting for that moment, and Suki goes to block, and Ushijima goes to spike, and Suki blocks it. He straight up blocks it. There looks to be like a little path through Asahi and Suki, and that's what Ushijima goes for, but Suki's like, boom, not today, and it just goes right into his hand and right onto the floor, and everyone exploded like they should because it was such an amazing moment to watch, and everyone was freaking out, and like it was such good character development for Suki as well, because you see him have like a little flashback to when he's talking to Bokuto, Akashi, and Kuro, and Bokuto's talking about how like there's that one moment that like it's gonna make Suki like hooked onto volleyball, and this is that moment, and you see him and he's like, yeah, and he expresses emotion, and it's the cutest thing ever. And it's so funny when Nishinoya and Tanaka come running up to him, and Nishinoya is straight up like chomping on his arm, and it's even funnier because after you see Suki kind of like rubbing his arm, and you're like, that's so weird. Their team is so weird, but everyone is so excited, and Suki blocked him, and it's got everyone hyped, and they got to win that set. They won that set, right? that's how volleyball works, but my back is itchy. But they won that set and everyone is happy, and like we see that Karasuno does have a chance and that they can fight against Ushijima and they can block Ushijima and not all is lost, and it's just such a feel-good moment and it's so intense and just like I really do enjoy how it's not necessarily purely focused on Hinata and Kageyama, because that's all it's been so far, kind of. Like, we see great moments from all of them, but it's not necessarily specifically centered on one obviously it's kind of centered on Tsuki a little bit, but like we do see Hinata and Kageyama do their quicks and it's amazing and you're like, wow, I'm awesome. And like we see Daichi save things and we see Nishinoya save things and Tanaka spike things, and like everyone is doing their part, and it's just like really cool because while we've seen all of them before do like amazing jobs at being awesome, like Suki was more kind of in the shadows. He hadn't found his thing to make him hooked onto volleyball yet, but this season we really see him open up, and it's cool because we didn't really see that before, so that's why I think it's pretty cool that we get to see this much of Suki. Also, I'd just like to say I actually really enjoy Ushijima because he's so funny with just like how straight up he is. What he says could come off rude, but like he means it in like the most sincere way. Like he doesn't even think of it that it could come off as rude, and it's really funny. We even caused Shiratorizawa to take a timeout, and like you know that they are not having the best time if they are forced to take a timeout, so it's just like, and their pinch server gets called out, so it's like, oh snap, Karasuno is actually giving them a run for their money, so it's getting us hyped. We do see that it's not just going to be a one-sided thing, you know, we are going to see Karasuno fight till the end, so it just gets me so pumped, and like all these Suki moments, I'm loving. That's it for my review, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, all my links will be down below, so you can check them out if you want. That'd be cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I make a bunch of videos a week, and bye!